Okay. Score is tied, 1 goal each, 3:35 remaining in the first chukker. First semifinal of the 2012 Espresso United States Polo Association's Open Championship. Penalty 5 set down in favor of Valiente 1. All right. Miguel Estrada takes the first shot. Sends it over to brother Nacho. Nacho Estrada sends a lofted shot right down from that goal, but it's defended nicely. Sapo Cassette. Sapo's back shot. Turned around once again. Nacho with a shot up to brother Miguel. In on the action, it's Juan Martin Neto. Neto, number 3 for Lechuza Caracas. Neto builds up ahead of steam, decides to slow down. Neto. Juan Martin Neto with a shot towards goal. Moving in on the defense. Nacho turns it around for Valiente. Victor Vargas picks up the ball, takes it to the corner. Over the own with a shot towards goal, but it's defended. Here comes Sapo Cassette. Cassette moves in. Cassette losing from the goal mouth. Bumping it right off. Miguel Estrada picks up the play for Valiente. Miguel loses that ball. Cassette finds it. Cassette turns it around. Bolito Pires turns the play away. Bolito followed down by teammate Nacho Navijo. Nacho sending one downfield. And the pickup here by Bolito Pires. Bolito, the number 2 in white for Valiente. Bolito Pires avoids the hook. Cassette turns it to short backhander. But picking up the play and going forward now will be Nacho. Nacho Estrada, his shot right towards goal. It's a score. And Valiente takes back the lead on that goal shot by Nacho Estrada. So the score now 2-1. And about 1:45 remaining here in chukker number 1. This is the first semifinal match of the Open Championship. Players are on the center line. Umpire lines them up, gives them back the ball. Out the back door, it's Estrada. Miguel, a pass downfield for Bob Janavas. Janavas unable to get there. Facundo Obregon turns it around for Lechuza. Picking up the play, it's Cassette. Sapo Cassette keeps that ball in front. Sapo Cassette takes the bump, leaves it behind for Nero. Nero gives it up to Victor Vargas. He scored once already. Vargas shot it wide and over the back line. No of a knock-in by Valiente 1. Just under a minute left in chukker number 1. Umpire shouts play. Nacho. Estrada. Sends that ball across the goal mound right to brother Miguel. Miguel's got Bolito well downfield, but Nero steals the play. Nero loses the ball, but Sapo Cassette backs him up. Cassette takes a shot. Cassette ties the score at 2-all. And that will end chukker number 1 with a score tied up 2 goals apiece.
Chris Bowman, Director of Operations for the United States Polo Association. Chris, welcome all around here. I like the logo on your shirt. That's a good start.
Well, thanks, Ron. We have so many visitors in from out of town this week, and we're so excited that everybody can visit us.
Director of Operations, that place about what, this full, you think, or what?
Oh, I had a lot of more time for more things.
Tell me about specific things. So let's talk about, well, the USDA. I'm personally interested in that, but that's
I feel like the USDA program is going to be what connects all the programs.
how's that going? You have like
39 young players in the world, 5 years old, and we've got different skills, everybody prepared to have experience with other players, so we go back to the sport for years to come.
And Director of Operations also have to expand.
Well, we have a brand new pony club program that's going on, so we put clinics around the country for free. Associated with many other polo clubs, so that's exciting.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Ron. That was good. Hey, Marcia. Your mom, Marcia? Yes, I was sad.
All right, Juan Martin Nero. Nero, deep next shot right there for Victor Vargas. Pinpoint pass. Vargas winds up but just misses the goal mouth. So we'll have a knock-in by the team in white, Valiente. Nacho Estrada brings that ball to play for Valiente. Nacho passing up to Brother Miguel. Miguel's got 2 players moving downfield. Miguel holds on to the ball. Now he's got 3 players downfield. Miguel Estrada decides to go up the middle. Miguel crossing the center line. Now drops a pass well downfield. Polito Piedra is written off. Going forward, Nacho, little back pass, but coming in intercept will be Juan Martin Neto. Neto, number 3, miscues his shot over the side. Nacho Navijo Estrada turns it to go. Over to go and holds out Nacho, but going forward will be Polito. He's in. Miguel Estrada takes a shot on goal. Miguel coming in. Miguel follows up with a drive to go. It's a score. And it's now 3-2 in favor of Valiente 1. Miguel Estrada picks up that score, and it's through for the tally. It's now 3-2. Miguel Navijo Estrada getting his first goal of the day. Players come back to midfield for the bowl-in. Umpire gives him back the ball. Coming out of there quickly is Miguel Estrada. Miguel just scored. Can he get another one? Miguel being hustled on the play by Nero. Nero heads back on the defense. Miguel's shot looks like it's going to go wide. It does. Lucky break for Lechuza, and they will take the knock in. Juan Martin Neto behind the back line for La Lechuza Caracas. Neto brings the ball to play. Cassette picks up the ball. Guillermo Cassette Jr. taking it down the right-hand side. Neto makes his move down the middle. Cassette just carrying it downfield. Now Cassette winds up a shot up to his number 3. Neto's in position. Neto with a near side drive, but it's wide to the right. We'll have a knock-in by the team in white, Valiente. All right, here we go. Behind the back line, it's going to be Miguel Navijo Estrada. Miguel. The ball on the field. Miguel taps one, second time, decides to go back towards the center. Miguel Estrada, nice lofted shot up towards his forward. Polito Piedes. Polito wants him in the near side. Polito switches back to the offside. Sends him up the boards. Coming in, it's going to be Nacho Estrada. Nacho, the number 4 and white for Valiente, heading towards goal. Nacho winds up his shot, heads right towards that goal, and it's just a little wide. Will have a knock-in by the team in blue, Lechuza Caracas. 11 teams started the competition. We're down to the final 4. Umpire calls play. Neto, Wanmar with the knock-in. Neto taps once. Neto sends a pass up to his number 4, Obregon. Obregon! Acundo Obregon at the boards, takes the bump. Tries to pick up the ball, he does. Obregon. Obregon now trying to reach Cassette. Taps once, second time. Can he get around the defense? He's hooked on the play by Estrada. Miguel. Miguel still with the ball. Miguel Estrada takes a backhander. His shot off the playing field. Clock is ticking down. A little under 3 minutes left in this chucker. And Valiente has a 1-goal lead. All back on the ground. Who's going to get there first? It's taken away. Neto. Juan Martin Neto making the move towards goal. Neto. Juan Martin just eases it through the post. And we've got a tie game. It's all tied now at 3 goals apiece. And they'll come back to the center line for the ball in. Juan Martin Neto sneaks that ball out of the throw-in.
Right out of the
Ties it up at 3 goals each. Just under 2 minutes remaining here in chucker number 2. Ball back on the ground. Who's going to get there first? Miguel Estrada with a nice backhander in the air. Moving to the line is going to be Nacho. Nacho Estrada slows down. Nacho. Nacho pounds a pass right down to brother Miguel. Miguel sends it forward. Miguel's shot deflects off a horse over the back line, wide of the goal mouth. And Lechuza Caracas will have the knock in. Neto, Juan Martin Neto brings the ball back in on the field. Neto, nicely hit, lofted shot downfield, going for the line for Obregon. Obregon slows down, taps once, takes the bump, still has the ball. Obregon trying to get a clear shot. Obregon called off now by Cassette. Cassette trying to outfox Nacho Novicio. Cassette trying to get clear. Cassette takes the shot. Now drills a pass, but it's off a pony. Nacho Novicio Estrada with a backhander. Cassette is there. The whistle sounds. Clock is stopped. 38 seconds. Let's see where the officials take this one. Two-mounted officials stop the play, and it looks like we're going south. And apparently the penalty will go in favor of Valiente 1. 38 seconds remain here in chucker number 2. Valiente 1, the recipient of a penalty 5 on the center line. Novicio Estrada taps once, now sends a little worm burner down the center, coming in Narrow. Narrow cuts it away to the side. Coming on the play, Guillermo Cassette Jr. Cassette, his shot will not stay on the field. That will end chucker number 2. Put your hands together. Let's hear from both teams. We'll leave that ball right there, okay, so the umpires know where the chucker ended. Thank you very much. That ball right where it is, son. Son, leave that there. That's where the umpires will know where the chucker ended.
We're here with Alex Webb, world premier polo rider. You've been covering the game longer than I've been alive.
Not anywhere near the age.
A good friend from a long time ago.
I'd like to remind you that our next semifinal match will be on Field 1, the Piaget Field. We'll see ERG squaring off against Zakara. Also, I'd like to remind you that there'll be tickets on sale, raffle tickets, for the 2012 Chevrolet Dewey truck. We don't raise our minimum amount. It will be a 50-50 raffle. I think there's some information in the morning line about that. Also like to welcome all the ambassadors from all over the globe.
Facundo Pierres, who's just unstoppable. Magula Prida is doing a great job. Lyndon Lee is well mounted. It's going to be, once again, another very competitive competition.
Polo here has been phenomenal this season. I mean, it's been great going all the way back to January and the 20 goal. We're at the point now, the big show. It's been a great season. Is there a favorite game or a favorite player you can pick out so far?
Well, I mean, that's tough to say. I loved watching Pelon Sterling play earlier in the year with Valiente 2. He and Facundo got bounced out. He and Adolfo Cambiasso got bounced out. Adolfo suffered a fracture to the back of his right hand, his mallet hand, and that kind of hampered them from moving forward. But I enjoyed watching him play. But watching Facundo play, watching Miguel Estrada being reborn here again this year, it's been pretty exciting.
And I think that everybody feels really privileged to be able to come here and watch these guys this close, up close and personal, because these are the premier players of the world out there today.
No question. There are only 8-10 gold players in the world today. They're all playing here. They've been playing here all season. I mean, we're very fortunate to have them and be able to watch this kind of talent on the field.
For 50 cents, I'll let you plug this little logo you got here. You want to tell the world about that?
Yeah, well, it's the International Beach Polo Association. We're stringing together a world tour right now. We've got polo events going on from Australia to India, Germany, Spain, and of course in the United States. Next week we'll be playing down Miami Beach.
Okay, Alex, thank you for your time, and good luck next week on the beach. I'll see you there.
Thank you very much.
Oh, the players are coming out to start. Chucker number 3. Boy, I was looking to get this polo goal before. I think you can get it now. He's over here. There he is. Over this way. Bob. To the south. Right there. Okay. Got him lined up, ready to start. Chucker number 3 is underway. First one there. It's Miguel Estrada again. Miguel comes away with the play. Miguel moves it down towards that Valiente goal. Miguel Estrada. Nice play. Miguel follows the bouncing ball. Right to go. Miguel. He's left it behind the post and wide. So, we have an acting by Lechuza Caracas. 3 threes on the board. And it's going to be Juan Martin Neto to bring that ball on the field. Neto pounds a pass looking for Cassette. He's found him. Guillermo Cassette. Junior Sapo got that ball going forward. Cassette still moving towards the goal. Followed up Victor Vargas with a shot. Vargas can't quite straighten it out. Can he get there again? Vargas shot. It's over the back line, right of the goal mouth. Score stands 3-all, and we'll have a knock in by Valiente. Umpire calls play. Ignacio brings that ball to play. Nacho, nicely hit ball to the side. First one there, it's Juan Martin Neto. Short backhander by Neto. Cassette and Miguel Estrada get there. Miguel's got the ball, turning around for Valiente. Miguel pounds one up the center. Obregon will get there first with a backhander. Obregon short backhander picked off Cassette. Cassette with a backhander of his own. Nero centering shot over to Cassette. Cassette taps once. Cassette now sends it goalward. Going back will be Miguel Estrada. Miguel, next shot in the corner. Miguel's shot picked off here by Neto. Neto challenged on the play by Estrada, taking the ball out of the goal mouth is Miguel. Miguel Estrada fighting hard with Obregon. And Cassette moves in with a backhander towards goal. Neto bumping hard with Polito Pietas. Polito breaks up the play. Miguel Estrada's there and the whistle sounds. And I believe we had a player hit with the ball. Box stop, 5:04. Polito Pietas on the ground. Officials timeout on the field. Okay, apparently we have a safety. Ball was over that back line before we got past the goal mouth. So the ball's set down for a penalty 6, a safety, in favor of Lechuza Caracas. Lechuza with an opportunity to break the tie from the 60-yard line. Umpire calls play. It's going to be Cassette to take this shot for Lechuza Caracas. Also, I can remind you that the 7 Chucker Lounge will be open. During our next match. Cassette shot in the air, and I think it's wide to left. So, score will remain at 3-all, and Nacho Navigia Estrada will bring that ball into play for Valiente. Nacho sends a pass over to Polito Pietas. Polito leaves it behind for Miguel. Miguel Estrada taps once. Miguel decides to bring it on his own. He's got Nacho behind. Now leaves it for Nacho. Nacho gives it a ride. Nicely hit ball. Well down the round. Polito can't get back to it. Juan Martin Neto intercepts, sends a pass downfield. Heading back on the defense will be Nacho Estrada. Nacho. Open backhander looking for Miguel. Miguel taps it once. Miguel cuts behind Cassette. Miguel goes forward now. Miguel lays the lumber to this ball and sends it well downfield, but cut off nicely by Neto. Neto, his shot taken away. Estrada to Pietas. Polito Pietas leaves it against the boards. Neto's there. Neto with the backhander. A little bit short of Obregon. Nacho intercepts, goes towards goal. Nacho between two blue shirts now. Nacho can't get around the defending player, and the whistle sounds, and stopping that play right down in front of that Valiente goal. So now the officials come together, have a little discussion. Let's see what they decide. Looks like they're going to drop that ball down. And they do. They drop it. No, they don't. Yes, they do. Yep, they drop it down in favor of Lechuza Caracas, penalty 5. So they call play, and Nero will take the free hit from where the foul occurred. Juan Martin Nero, drank it out in Argentina. Nero sends a hit up to his number 2, Cassette. Cassette slows down, taps once. Now Cassette leans into it. Cassette shot against the pony. He regains possession of the ball. Now fakes the shot, gives it to Nero. Juan Martin Nero brings it up the middle. Juan Martin Nero accelerates past one defending player. Nero moves on his own pass. Nero, he's about 45 yards out, winds up a shot. It's heading right towards goal. It's a score, and Lechuza Caracas will take the lead 4-3 over Valiente. So with just under 3 minutes left in the first half, Lechuza Caracas, the defending champions, take the lead by 1. Juan Martin Nero picking up his third goal of the afternoon in the first semifinal match of the 2012 Nespresso U.S. Polo Association's Open Championship. Play is back on the line. The ball is on the ground. Who's going to come out of there first? One more time, it's Miguel Estrada. Miguel, he's picked up the majority of these throw-ins. Now it's Polito Piedes. Polito Piedes, his shot downfield looking for Janavis, but the ball rolls over that back line. Lechuza will have the knock in. Juan Martin Nero will bring this ball back onto the field for Lechuza. Nero goes right, now comes back left. Nero looking for a Cassette, but it's going to be Victor Vargas. Victor Vargas accelerates past the defending player. Vargas has got lots of speed. Vargas, the ball takes a bad hop. Early on, drives it forward, and it's turned around now by Nacho Estrada. Nacho sets up Polito Piedes. Polito outruns Obregon. Obregon unable to make that hook. Polito tap, 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 tap. Here comes Bob Janavis. A nice shot by Janavis. Janavis taken wide. It's Neto with a short backhander. Cassette is there. Cassette, short backhander, well placed to Obregon. Obregon picks up the play. Coming in, it's Miguel Estrada. Miguel turns around, faces the goal. His shot off a pony. Obregon backs it into a horse. Coming in now, it's going to be Neto. Moving in the line, Miguel. Miguel faces goal. Miguel Estrada, clear shot to goal. It's in the air. It's looking good. It's a score! Miguel Estrada ties it up, 4 goals apiece. That'll end the first half, all tied 4 goals each. Put your hands together, walk out of the field, stretch your legs.
We're at halftime here of the semifinal match, and with Mark Crislip, I'm going to just name you world-renowned polo photographer, whether you like the title or not. You do a super job with that camera.
Thank you very much. I work very hard to try to perfect my art. I appreciate it.
And it is an art, actually. I mean, anybody can bring a camera out here and take pictures, and sometimes they're good. The technology allows even an average photographer to become pretty good today in reality.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. But I think that I have a background in fine arts, and I've done a lot of painting and sold a lot of paintings in some galleries. And the way that one looks at a scene and composes a photograph can be very different depending upon where your eye is. And I tend to shoot a little differently than most photographers, too.
And what attracted you to polo?
Oh, I've just always loved polo. I mean, it's just such an amazing sport. I moved to Argentina so I could be closer to polo and to be able to play myself, and it's just a fantastic experience. I love it.
You've had some great shots from some great games. I'm sure you have a long list of memorable pictures. Any favorites?
Gosh, so many. I always like to tell people that I have more photos of Cambiaso than his mother even does. and he's just so beautiful to see on a horse. I've got just really honestly, polo is such an easy sport to photograph because there's so much movement and so much grace. It's not just a sport where the players are moving in one particular direction. There's a lot of movement. It's like sculpture when you see a really good player turn on a ball, the angles. It's really an interesting thing to see.
You've actually put that element of art into your work. What makes your picture so unique beyond the obvious? I mean, you're a very different photographer. You don't even take a standard position that most guys take when they're shooting the game.
No, I actually like to shoot very low to the ground, and I get the biggest lens and the biggest camera that I can get and still be able to handhold the camera. As a player, I like to really get into the game. I know the game very well. I know where the action is going to be, and I like to put you into it. And that's pretty much what my photos are known for, I think.
Where can people see your work?
They can go to pitchblackpolo.com, or they could follow me on Facebook, facebook.com/pitchblackpolo, or you can look me up on Facebook, Mark Crislip.
Mark, thank you and congratulations on your great work. Take care.
Where you go in the world, I seem to be there with you.
Ray Mayer, come on over here. I want to bring in Ray Mayer here, who's a critical aspect to all of this. Ray, hello, and how are you doing today? We're live online on Polo Line, so I just want to BS with you a little bit about polo. The state of polo is getting better.
It's better and better, but you know the economy has taken a toll. But back in Colorado, we're trying to put together some teams this summer, and more people are playing. So things are coming back.
And of course, you're in town not only to watch the great polo, the U.S. Open, but you've got some important meetings coming up this week with the USPA.
That's right. I am one of the circuit governors back in Colorado, and a member of the board of governors. And we have meetings that start Thursday and they go all the way through Saturday, and a lot of stuff to talk about.
Can you tell us any secrets about what's going on? Is there anything special coming out of these meetings, or is it going to be fairly routine this week?
No, there's a lot of things that are very important. I mean, we have budgets for our programs, different programs, and it's very important, like to fund those different programs, and there'll be a lot of give and take and what's needed, and we have basically $2.5 million a year that we're funding for these different programs. That's everything from the Team USPA to a PDI, which is a Polo Development Initiative, and lots of things going on there. But I see Team USPA is very important to us, and it takes funding, and it takes volunteers, and we're making a lot of progress there.
Ray, good luck to you, and good to see an old Colorado buddy out here today.
Okay, Ron, thanks a lot.
Thank you. Ray Mayer from the United States Polo Association. Come on in here. How are you doing? Everybody watching from Argentina knows who this man is. You were so nice to us when we came to Argentina to do the games on ESPN3, and I thanked you then, and I want to thank you again for that, because you allowed these American viewers to be able to see the game in English, which that was a big help for a lot of people.
Yes, we like to help everyone, and especially North America, to help us with polo.
And I think we're kind of moving forward here where everybody's talking a little bit more now. We're trying to get on the same page with the rules and this umpire program now where everybody's going to exchange umpires. I think that's a huge step in the right direction, don't you?
Yes. The idea is to have almost the same rules and have an exception of 2 rules that each country will not change it, but at least to play in the same style and to umpire in the same style. And we don't need to change any rules except 2. Each one has different, but in the interpretation of the rule have to be in the same way.
And I think that the progress has been made in that level, so there's no reason to think that polo is just not going to get better and better as we go through the next few years.
See, the polo will improve because as soon as you interpret that the polo has to be played with a lot of speed, increase the speed. The speed is what makes the game faster and more fun.
You and I are both proud fathers of boys that play, and your son had a great season up here in the 20 goal. I'm sure you're really proud of him.
Yes, I'm coming here to visit also to him.
Well, it's good to see you this week, and we look forward to seeing you in the fall in Argentina.
See you in Argentina. Welcome.
Thank you. Ray Mooney, come on over here. This is Ray Mooney. We're live on Polo Line, Ray, and congratulations. Only 2 games to go, and you're still growing grass.
I know it's hard to believe it's almost over. It is. It's been a great year. The weather's been just fantastic.
You've had a huge challenge. I mean, there was an awful lot of polo this season, and we had a ton of teams. We started the 20 goal, but you managed to keep your guys, I guess, on overtime. How'd you make that all happen?
Yes, the guys worked very hard. We did have a lot of polo there in the 20 goal series. Fortunately, the weather really cooperated. I mean, it's been one of the warmest winters that we've had. You know, last 2 winters were the 2 coldest we've had, so we were very fortunate this year. And the guys, you know, I couldn't do it without my staff. They've been amazing, putting in the hours, just doing whatever it took.
Now, there's a rumor you're going to redo field number 1. Is that true, or what's the story on that?
That's a rumor. I think that we always look at things we can do to improve. We don't have that in the plan for next year. Possibly in the future. You never know. We might look at it and decide to do something, but as of now, it seems to be, you know, playing great. The field looks good. I don't see any reason really to rush to it.
Okay. Well, enjoy the weekend, and we'll see you on the beach next week probably, huh?
Absolutely. We'll be on the beach for sure. Thank you
very much, Ray.
All right.
Ray Mooney, he's the field maintenance supervisor here at International Polo Club. Want to bring in another prominent name in polo, Carlos Cressida, who is now a member of the Hall of Fame. What a great night that was for you, huh?
It was a great experience. Thank you.
When you brought all your trophies, I thought they were going to have to add on an extra room. Did you bring them all, or just bring most of them that night?
I brought most of them. Yeah. Most of them. It was a great night to be spent with my friends and my family, and a lot of memories came back from all the friends that I spent playing all these years.
And what a fun season for you. You get to play with your sons. You did a lot of family polo this season. That has to be really, really rewarding.
Yes, you know, it's a great. Now my next step is to teach them, try to teach them, and enjoy polo in a more friendly way.
Nothing personal, but there must be pressure about being the son of Carlos Cressida. I mean, come on, this has got to be tough. Your boys are hanging in there. They're doing really well.
Well, yeah, there's always some pressure, but you know, the main thing is that I teach them is always tell them is enjoy the game, enjoy the competition, enjoy every moment. It's such a great sport, so competitive.
We're tied up here at the halftime. It's pretty much like everybody predicted. You got a favorite at this point, or no?
I don't know. It depends. It's very balanced. I think the Valiente team is more balanced. Probably I like that more as a team. But on the other hand, you have Juan Martinero that is close to being the best player in the world. I don't know if he's the best, but Juan Martin is very close to that. And Sapo Caseda is very talented. He can win a game in 2 minutes.
And what about ERG and Zakara? Both of those teams started a little bit slow, but boy, the last week or so, they've been really turning up the heat.
Well, I think, you know, I'm working with the ERG. I'm coaching the ERG, so I think I'm hoping that they will win. I think they play very well the last 2 games. Very, very relaxed, very concentrated. That's what I've been working on. And Zakara, well, they have the horsepower, and they have Facundo Pierres. That is another one of the great players. And nowadays, probably one of the top 3 players in the world, or 4 players in the world.
Carlos Cressida, thank you very much for your time, and good luck to your team today.
Thank you.
Carlos Cressida, former 10-goal player and one of the great players of all time. Tony Coppola, the voice of polo for come around this way so we can see your pretty face on TV. How many years has it been?
Quite a bit, actually. I think this is, we were figuring out the other day, I've done the Open since 1979.
Wow. That's almost as many times as Carlos has won it.
Probably.
What's the toughest part about being a high-goal polo announcer? Is it different than doing, let's say, an 8-goal game in Omaha or not?
It's actually probably easier than logo polo because for the most part, you know where the players are. You know, when you look down the field, the number 1 is usually out in front and the back is in the back. No, it's probably easier than lower goal polo.
Some of the people we've interviewed at halftime, nobody wants to commit to a favorite. We're tied at halftime. I guess you have to be impartial. Can you give us a hint of what you think? Because you've seen them all play this season.
No, you know, this year, all 4 teams. Somebody asked me this morning who I favored in today's games, and I think any of the 2 finals can go to any of the 4 teams. This is a great matchup. There's no clear favorite this year.
And it's been a great season at International Polo Club. I mean, all the teams going way back to the 20 goal. We were crowded with teams, and it's been a great season.
It has been. You know, earlier in the season, it was easier to predict, but in this Open, the cream has risen to the top in such a way that it's been spread out pretty good.
Tony Coppola, thank you very much, and we'll be listening to you in the next half.
We look forward to it.
Tony Cabola, the voice of South Florida Polo and High Goal Polo all this season. We're tied. Let's get Vinny Meyer in here. We have one more we can fill up some time with. Vinny, come on over here. How are you? We're live on Polo Line TV, so you can talk about your polo balls all you want. That's what he does for a living.
What can I say about the balls?
Well, it's a darn good ball. I mean, it's found in practically every club around the world anymore.
It is, and they're round white, and everybody likes them. Makes me very happy.
And they don't break very much, and they fly true when the wind's not blowing if they don't have dents in them, right?
That is absolutely correct.
Thank you very much, Vinny. Good to see you here.
Good to see you. Let's have a great game.
Yeah. Vinny Meyer, Texas Polo. Let's wrap it up, and we'll be back here in the second half.
Started out with 11 teams. We're down to the final 4. All right, folks, the players are ready to start the second half, so a couple of stragglers on the field. If you can make your way off, people by the sideboards, you can make your way back to your seats. We'd really appreciate it. Pretty special game out there this afternoon. Semifinals, the 2012 Espresso United States Polo Association's Open Championship. Lechuza Caracas in the blue, Valiente in the white. Ball is back in play. The second half is underway. First one there is Cassette. Cassette unseated. And the bridle came off. Okay. Everybody steps down to corral his horse. Our next semifinal, we'll see Zakara, Facundo Perez, Lyndon Lee, Magoo Laputa, Mike Azzaro going against ERG. Not sure if Marcos Alberti or Scott Wood. Probably Scott Wood, Iristine Merlos, Sebastian Merlos, and Paco Di Narvaez. Zakara and ERG will square off on the Piaggio field. 7th chunker will be open. Anthony will have the west side covered. East side covered. Looks like the impact back on, the battle back on, the people are almost on, the ball is set on the 60-yard line. Alrighty, the ball is set on the 60-yard line in favor of Lechuza Caracas. They'll have an opportunity to break the tie. We're on the 60-yard line. The set shot along the ground deflected by Polito Pettis. Polito takes it across the ground. Polito Pettis, number 2 in white. Polito still has the ball. Polito Pettis, number 2 for Valiente, who leaves it against the boards for a teammate Nacho. Nacho Navijas Travis sends one downfield. Coming back on the defense and moved by Facundo Obregon. His cut shot taken out of the air by Miguel Estrada. Miguel with the next shot. Downfield, here's number 1, Bob Janavis. Bob Janavis winds up, sends it goalward. Facundo Obregon turns it around. Obregon shot picked up by Cassette. Nacho Estrada's backhander in the corner. Miguel Estrada's there. Miguel turns on the play. Miguel cuts back to the center. Miguel trying to get around Obregon. Miguel Estrada, he's hooked, leaves it now to brother Nacho. Nacho takes the bump, hits that ball to his goal. And Polito's back shot is wide. We've got a whistle, and I think we have an injured player. Clock is stopped. 6:21, time is out. Looking over at Nacho, I think he might have gotten hit in the hand. Nacho favoring his mallet hand. Give him a little time to shake it off. 4-4 the score, Chucker number 4. First semifinal match of the 2012 Nespresso United States Polo Association's Open Championship. Quite a turnout this afternoon. Again, we happily welcome all the members of the football organization who are here for the Ambassadors Cup and their meetings. A little more about that later. Here comes Juan Martin Neto on the gray pony with a knock-in. Neto. Juan Mar sends a lofted shot up the center. Riding the line, Victor Vargas, ball takes a hop against the boards. Vargas avoids that hook and sends it towards that goal. Victor Vargas. Bob Janavis carries it forward on the near side. Nicely done. Vargas centering back shot towards that goal. Nacho to Estrada gets him turned. Nacho sends a pass over to Polito Pettis, but getting there first, it will be Cassette. Cassette's backhander to Obregon. Obregon in the corner. Nacho backhand attempt. Now Nacho gets it turned. Neto's backhander towards that goal. Coming in, it's backed out of there by Estrada. Miguel Estrada can't get behind. Obregon turns the play. Coming in to get it turned again will be Cassette. Cassette heads back towards the goal. Estrada breaks it up. Cassette's got the ball rolling forward. Coming in, Polito Pettis saves the day. Polito Pettis across the ground. Polito Pettis, man on his head, that's Cassette. Polito leaves it now for Nacho. Nacho to be just about number 4 in white. Nacho moves the ball for Polito. Polito Pettis down to the ball, kicked by Tony. Polito comes back to the ball. Polito moves it now for Nacho. Nacho's okay, I give it a go. Miguel says, no, I'll give it back to you. It's across field. Obregon's back shot against the boards. Cassette finds the line. Cassette. Gives it on downfield. Neto moves it on the play. Neto. Cut shot by Neto right to his goal. Obregon picks up the near line on the near side. Right behind him it's Neto. Neto's shot heads to his goal. Coming in it will be Cassette. Cassette keeps it away from Pettis. Cassette shoots. Cassette picks it on through. Cassette's goal. It's now 5-4. Sapo Cassette getting his second goal of the day. Sapo Cassette. Players come back to the center of the field. Obregon steps off his pony. They'll wait for the players to get to the center. Now they'll stop the clock. 3:49, 5-4 the score. Timeout to change ponies. 5-4 the score. Cassette gets his second goal and breaks the tie. Lechuza takes the lead 5-4. back out and start this checker. Again, we've got that semifinal coming up at 4 o'clock. We will have some polo tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday. We'll give you a little bit of information about that as we go along. Out of the pack, here comes Nacho Estrada. Nacho, the number 4, leaves it behind for his brother, Miguel, the number 3, for Valiente. Miguel cuts back to the center, turn, gives it to Nacho. Nacho will have to hit this one. Nacho does. Nacho sends it back down to Miguel. Miguel, the ball kicked back on him. Cassette turns the line. And it's back to his goal. So who gets there first? It looks like Obregon. Obregon, and the whistle sounds. Whistle stops the action. 3:18. I believe this penalty will go in favor of Valiente. Valiente will have an opportunity to tie the game with a penalty shot at the 60-yard line. Miguel Estrada tees the ball up on the 60-yard stripe. Miguel Estrada, Flurry, rated 10 goals now at 9. Will take the free hit for Valiente. Miguel shot in the air, but it is just a little wide to the right. Lechuza Caracas will have the knock-in. Juan Martinero brings the ball back into play for Lechuza. Nero. Nero sends a nice hit downfield. Nero gets it in from Estrada. Nero still carrying the ball down the right-hand side. Juan Martin slows down, leaves it for Cassette. Nero tries to clear a path. Cassette will go down the right-hand side. Cassette being challenged now by Estrada. Sapo Cassette weaves his way forward. Cassette, Estrada hazing him a little bit. Cassette leaves it now for Nero. Nero taps once. Nero going forward. It's Estrada with a backhander. Cassette goes forward. The whistle sounds. Clock is stopped 2:18. Let's see where they put this ball. Looks like they dropped it on the 40-yard line. Or is it the 30? No, it's the 30-yard line. Penalty 2 in favor of Lechuza. And Lechuza will get a chance to advance 2 goals. He'll get a chance to have a 2-goal lead on this penalty shot at the 30-yard line. It's now 6-4 with 2:10 remaining here in checker number 4. Lechuza Caracas on top by 2. Sapo Cassette picks up his 3rd goal of the day. All right, the ball back in play. Miguel Estrada controls the ball in. He's ridden off. Obregon makes the backhander. Big Devardius turns, so does Nacho Estrada. Nacho's backhander taken here by brother Miguel. Miguel crosses the center line. The ball takes a funny bounce, but Miguel still has control. Now Miguel whips a pass downfield for brother Nacho. Nacho, what a shot on the near side, and it's turned around by Obregon. Coming in, it's Juan Martin Neto to steal the line. Neto breaks it downfield. Neto Neto picks up the play, reaching back. Miguel Estrada's there to challenge. Neto goes forward. Juan Martin Neto. Neto and Estrada backs that ball off the field into a car off the playing field. Clock is ticking down just under a minute. So the players line up quickly. The score now 6-4, 37 seconds. Ball is back into play. Out the back door will be Cassette. Cassette with a shot towards goal. His drive over the back line. Being a valuable time, this should just about end the chucker. With the score 6-4, Lechuza will take the lead at the end of 4 full chuckers of play. So tomorrow afternoon at 4 p.m. on Field 2, we'll see Santa Clara ART. They'll line up with Nico.
With Steve Lane here in our break at the end of the fourth. And Steve, tell us what you've been up to here. The umpire program has grown by leaps and bounds in recent years, and now it's become a corporation.
It is. We have a board now. It is an LLC, USPA Umpires LLC. We have 2 new programs going on this year with the USPA, the Club Umpire Expense Reimbursement Program, and also the Circuit Umpire Expense Reimbursement Program. So we expect a lot more certified umpires, and the clubs and the circuit governors also getting involved with the umpire program as a whole.
I think the big news about all this is that guys out there that maybe have played some polo and maybe their handicap's going down a little bit, they're thinking about they want to still be involved in the game. This is a huge door opener opportunity for these guys to still stay in the game and to make a few bucks.
It is. Now that the USPA has thrown in $189,000 into the club expense program, and also $35,000 into the circuit. So yeah, if those guys get certified and they come back, they can get $125, $200 a game depending on their certification, and also be a part of the sport still.
Any chance the test is going to be easier?
I doubt it. I think it's going to stay the same. Questions might be different, but still 100 questions.
What's the most challenging part of your job now, Steve? You took this over when it was just kind of, scheduling umpires and that sort of thing, and it's just grown like crazy since then.
It is. It's kind of now, and it hasn't started yet, but meeting all the demands of the clubs, because they're going to all want a little bit piece of the pie from the USPA. So finding those availability of the umpires is going to be difficult, and then suiting them to the clubs is even a little bit more of a challenge.
Steve Lane, thank you very much, and good luck to you.
Thank you, Ron. Good to talk to you.
Steve Lane here. He's the guy in charge of running this umpire program, and he's seen it grow by leaps and bounds in a lot of different directions.
We're going to try this again. Tomorrow at 4 p.m. Field 2, the 7 Chucker Challenge. Santa Clara Art versus Goose Creek. Then Friday at 3 p.m. All right, never mind. We're playing polo. Here it comes. Nacho Navija Estrada. Nice knock. Oh, he's lost it. Obregon's found it. Obregon leaves it behind. Here comes Polito Pires. Polito Pires, number 2 in white, gets the ball downfield for his number 4, Nacho. Nacho Nacho taking a run on his own. Obregon in hot pursuit. Nacho Navijo Estrada winds up, cut shot, heading right towards goal. Nacho shot right there. Obregon saves the day. Obregon shot, oh no, it carries on through, and it's now 6-5. Nacho Navijo Estrada picking up the score. It's now 6-5. That's his third goal of the game. So one goal separates these two teams from a berth in the finals on Sunday of the 2012 Nespresso United States Polo Association Open Championship. Ball is still in the umpire's hand. Whistle. Has to line up again. One team on each side of the line. Ball is still in the umpire's hand. Now it's on the ground. Who's going to get there first? Coming out the back door, it's going to be turned on by Sapo Cassette. Cassette, the number 2 in blue. Cassette running hard towards goal. Cassette pops one in the air. Cassette, his shot right at the goal mouth. It's taken out of there, Miguel Navijo Estrada. Estrada runs that ball downfield for Valiente against the boards. Coming in. Miguel still has the play. He's left it now for Nacho. Nacho pounds a pass downfield for Miguel. Miguel sending it downfield, but Obregon will make the backhander. Yes, he does. Obregon over to Cassette. Cassette takes it on the near side. Nacho Navijo Estrada rides in, next that ball against the boards. Cassette comes in, gives him a hard bump. Can't get the backhander. Nacho's got the line. Nacho pulls away from Obregon. Nacho Navijo Estrada, long hit downfield. Polito gets away from Neto. Polito heads to goal. Polito! We have a tie game! Polito Perez ties it up. Polito Perez picking up goal number 1. And it's now 6-all. Polito Perez ties it up at 6 goals each. So, what an exciting semifinal. And it's tied once again at 6-all. Players come back to the line for the ball in. Umpire Schwartz pulls that ball in between the players. First one there, Neto. Juan Martin Neto. Juan Martin. Neto shot against the pony. Neto rides the ball. Neto picks it up again. He's got a man on his hip. It's Nacho Navijo Estrada. Neto trying to get this ball down to the goal. Neto sends it up to Obregon. Stealing the play, though, is Polito Perez. Obregon takes it back to Lechuza. Obregon, nice back here at the goal mouth. The set can't get in there. It's taken away by Nacho Navijo Estrada. Followed up, Polito Perez with a big bomb. Polito's shot is off the playing field. So, with just under 4 minutes left in chukker number 5, we're going to have a bowl in. No timeout. Players line up for the bowl in. Umpire Schwartz getting ready to get back the ball. He does. Who's going to come out of there with it? It's taken now by Victor Vargas. Vargas takes it around, gives it to Neto. Neto sends it back into the pack. Coming in now will be Miguel Estrada. Estrada is hooked on the play. Coming in to follow up, Nacho Navijo Estrada puts it up the middle. Polito Perez takes the bump, leaves the ball behind as Nacho comes in. Nacho Navijo Estrada taps one, second time. Nacho trying to get away from Obregon. Obregon moves over to put some pressure on. Nacho still has the ball. Neto carries the ball forward, now backs it to get off the playing field. So, as the clock winds down under 3 minutes, we're going to have a bowl in. Umpire Schwartz lines them up. The ball is back on the ground. Who's going to come out of there? It looks like it's going to be Nacho Navijo Estrada, his next shot against the pony. Victor Vargas gives way to teammate Cassette. Whistle sounds. They pick up the ball. Looks like they're going to take it downfield in favor of Lechuza Caracas. Clock is stopped, 2.5 minutes left in chukker number 5. 6-6 the score, and they'll place it on the center line in favor of Lechuza Caracas. We've got about 10 minutes left of regulation time. Lechuza Caracas with the free hit on the center line. Juan Martin Nero circles back for the penalty shot. Nero. Nero taps once. Nero. Nero sends a big bomb well downfield up the middle. It's heading towards goal. Overgoing gets him out on it. Can't quite reach the goal now. Janavis watches. Oh no, he's looking for Estrada. Miguel facing forward now. Miguel puts one downfield. Nero gets there first. Nero takes the bump. Nero turns on the play. Juan Martin Nero. Nero breaks the goal. Nero. Juan Martin gets back towards the center. Sends a shot to his goal. The ball is going wide. Vargas can't keep it on the field. The ball is over the back line. Clock ticking down. Just under 2 minutes. Valiente will take the knock in. Score's tied 6-all. Nacho Navicia Estrada will bring the ball back down the field. Nacho taps the ball once. Nacho. Nacho hammers the ball to the boards. Olito Piedes tries to pick it up. He's taken wide by Cassette. Sapo. Sapo, Cassette. Cassette makes a turn towards goal. Sapo loses the ball momentarily, turns around, recovers ground. Sapo still has the play. 3 times in the air. Now goes back to the center. Sapo, Cassette winds up and next time towards goal. Sapo's shot doesn't have enough legs. Sapo's shot taken out of the goal mouth by the Estrada. Juan Martin Nero sends it back to the goal mouth. Picked off by Obregón. The whistle sounds. Clock is stopped. 44 seconds. 44 seconds remain in the fabulous 5th chukker. 6-6 the score. Ball is set down. Penalty shot in favor of Valiente. Uh-oh. Across the goal mouth, Nacho, but he does recover nicely. Nacho sends that ball to the boards. Time is running low. The ball against the boards. It's picked up for Lito. Right there against the boards. Obregón hits the boards. That'll end the chukker with a score 6-6. Let's hear the whole team. It's all tied 6-all. The first semifinal match of the 2012 Nespresso U.S. Polo Association's Open Championship. Oh, this tradition of the overtime. Blair Newman's prediction.
With Pat Nesbitt here at the break before the last chukker. Great game, huh?
Unbelievable. Tremendous polo. I mean, back and forth. No one's getting the edge right now.
We're being shown here live worldwide, so for those of you watching that don't know who this man is, Pat, you've given so much to polo over the years, not only in California, but your involvement with the USPA, and behalf of everybody else that plays polo, thank you for all of that.
Well, it's been my pleasure. I mean, polo's given me a lot, and I feel like I got an obligation to get some of it back and try to do it through working through the USPA and the FIP as well.
And now you're in the catbird seat. You're up there sitting in the chairman's seat or the president's seat. So a lot going on this week. Any surprises coming up?
I don't know if we have any surprises. I mean, this is the first board meeting for the new administration, and so we're trying to sort things out. I've gone on the 13 years I've been on the board from a situation where we're trying to close a $200,000 budget gap to a point where now, because of our success with Polo Properties and its licensing logo program, that we have extra money to spend. and just a matter of figuring out where to spend it and how to spend it most efficiently for the good of polo.
We had a chance to talk to David Cummings earlier in the week, and that thing has taken off as well, and that's kind of been the golden goose in a way, hasn't it?
No question about it. David's done a fantastic job of taking that thing for where it was barely breaking even to the point where it's producing significant cash flow for us.
Well, you've been a good business manager yourself, so I think we're all comfortable in the fact that you'll control the dollars and they'll be spent well and saved well at the same time.
Well, we're going to try. We've got a lot of people helping us out. All the chairmen of each one of our committees have got some responsibility to monitor the budget for their respective areas. So we're relying on them to help us out a lot. So,
Pat Nesbitt, thank you very much. We appreciate your time.
Okay.
Good luck to you. Pat Nesbitt, he's the now president of the USPA. We'll take some time here and come back with this last chucker in just a minute.
Here they are, chucker number 6 underway. Out the back door, Miguel can't reach it. And Nacho does. Nacho Lechuza makes the backhander across the center. Coming in, it's Polito Piedez. Polito still has the ball. He's left it behind though for teammate Miguel. Miguel cuts to the center. Miguel getting around Obregon. Obregon puts some pressure on Miguel. Miguel, though, still has the ball. Miguel is hooked by Cassette. Cassette makes the hook in the backhander. Victor Vargas sets up Cassette. Cassette sends a pass, and look who's taking off, breaking away from the pack. It's Juan Martin Neto. He's got some speed. Neto, nice approach. Neto moves into the kill. Neto, he's got it on the inside. Putting Lechuza on top, 7-6. Juan Martin Neto at a burst of speed. Polito Perez just couldn't make up that last lane. So, we're back to the center of the ground. 7-6 the score. Lechuza Caracas with the lead. Lots of time left, 6:14. It's still anybody's game. Ball is back into play. Coming out of there, Obregon. It's Victor Vargas, nice backhander, but Nacho Navijo cuts it off. Nacho trying to get around Obregon. Nacho still has the shot, his drive downfield. It's Nacho. Obregon backs it. Nacho scores! Two goals in less than 2 minutes, and we're tied again. Rose prediction of overtime could come true. We might get extra innings. So the score now 7-7, 5:22 on the clock. Back to the center line. Nacho Navijo Estrada getting his 4th goal of the day. Ball is back into play. Nacho Navijo Estrada sends one against the pony. Cassette steals it. Turning for the line, it's going to be Cassette. Cassette comes out of there with it. Cassette comes out of there nicely with the play. Cassette moves it against the boards. Teammate Obregon is there to follow him up, but Polito Piedez clears it from the boards. Obregon in the corner. Obregon gets it away from the boards. Back out of there, Polito Piedez coming in. Bob Janavis can't get the line. It's a next shot by Neto against the pony. Cassette decides to turn. Cassette is whistled. And they'll drop the ball down the corner in favor of Valiente. Clock stop, 4:28, and the Big A is back. Tell me, it's before that. back. All right, the ball is set down. Miguel Estrada will take the penalty shot. He has hit the ball. Miguel sends it to the right over to Polito Guinness. Polito Guinness taps once. Polito Guinness shot against the pony. Coming in. Nacho with a lofted drive across the center. Moving to the line, Polito Guinness. Polito with a pass over to Miguel. Miguel races to the line. Overgoing will go with him. Miguel slows down at the boards. Miguel maintains possession. Now leaves it for Polito Guinness. Polito hands back to Miguel. Miguel with the next shot attempt. It's stolen here by Cassette. Cassette. Sapo Cassette. Can he get around Miguel? Miguel's got the leg. Miguel will get there first. Miguel with the backhander to the boards. Miguel's shot against the sideboards. Neto makes a backhand attempt, and it's stolen by Nacho. Coming through, Polito and also. Clock is stopped, 3:29, 7-7 on the board. 7-7 the score, 3:29. Two officials, Schwartz and Schwartz. Or is it Schwartz and Schwartz? Schwartz and Schwartz. Have a little discussion. Like they're going south or north, and if they're going north, it'll go in favor of Lechuza. They dropped the ball on the 60-yard line in favor of Lechuza. 3:29 on the clock. The ball is on the 60-yard line. Ball's on the 60-yard line in favor of Lechuza. 7-7. Over we go. Trying to keep that ball up there. Be very careful. Junior will take the free hit on the 60-yard line. Softball shoots and scores, and Lechuza Caracas will regain the lead 8-7 with 3 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in regulation time. Ray is back at the center. Umpire Schwartz puts that ball back on the ground. Coming out of there, Neto. Juan Martin Neto on the gray pony. Neto. Juan Mar takes the ball down the right-hand side. Juan Martin Neto cuts back to the center. Neto is backed out of there beautifully by Miguel Navijo Estrada, but it's off the field, eating up valuable time. 2:38 on the clock. Schwartz. Puts the ball back into play. And who's going to come out of there with it? It will be Neto. Neto turns it around. Neto heads back towards that Lechuza goal. Neto followed up by Cassette. Cassette winds up with a shot. It's going right towards goal. Miguel saves the day. Miguel shot down the corner. Miguel with a man on his hip is Neto, but Miguel clears one downfield. Miguel shot off the field again. Clock ticking down. Just under 2 minutes. Lechuza holding on to a narrow lead of 1 goal. Ball back into play. It's Nacho Estrada. Nacho Hustled on the play by Cassette. Hard bump. Cassette with the next shot. A big bomb towards that Lechuza goal. Moving in, it's going to be Polito Guedes. The ball is over the back line. 1:30 on the clock. Miguel Novillo Estrada heads downfield as brother Nacho makes the knock in. Nacho sends a long hit over to Miguel. Miguel at the boards. Miguel. Clock ticking down. A little over a minute. Miguel Estrada. They trail by one. Miguel uncorks the bomb well downfield. Nero heads back to the Lechuza defense. Nero backs that ball along the ground. Miguel Estrada is there. Miguel backs it up towards goal. Polito Guedes gets in on the line. Obrador hooks his stick. They come together. There's a whistle. There's a collision. Polito did receive a foul. Obrador in his efforts to hook Polito. The mallet came up. Hits Polito. The whistle sounds. Mallet. Clock is stopped 45 seconds.
He got hit with the mallet.
Yeah. Did you see what they did? And then is that he was crossing in front of him? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. They were fighting for the play. Come on.
Exactly. Absolutely.
They even know that much showbiz.
It's South American soccer.
Exactly.
I keep saying that. I always sit here, we're going to get signs like diving if we hold up at 8, 9, 10. For the actor.
Clock is stopped 45 seconds. Polito is back on his feet. Apparently we're going to have a penalty 2. Take the ball, boys. Boys, take that ball. Yep, take that one. The ball is set on the 30-yard line, a penalty 2 in favor of Valiente. 15 seconds till the warning horn. Valiente with a penalty 2. An opportunity to tie the game. They tie the game. Their Newland's prediction will probably come true. The trouble is, she didn't predict who would win in overtime.
Never did that.
She doesn't do that. She only says overtime or not. Well, that's pretty safe. Yeah, oh, she's an official. She can't make those kind of decisions. Okay. All right.
Tony, she's the oracle of IPC. Oracle of IPC. What's that? Claire is the oracle of IPC. She's only been wrong 4 times this whole season.
Looks like we're ready to start. separates the score.
OT
They'll
coming.
try to come back to the center.
There's no way it's going to happen.
Clock ticking down. Tick, 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 tick. That's the way our counter down south used to do it. That will end the chucker. We will have an overtime. Let's give both teams a big round of applause, a big round of encouragement. We'll be back in just a little bit for the overtime. Don't forget, our next semifinal match will be on the Piaget Field at 4 p.m. Also, we'll have our 7th Chucker Challenge tomorrow at 4 on Field 2. Then on Friday at 3, we'll have our under 18 2012 Nespresso United States Polo Association.
That's a super game today. It is 8-8, and no way to predict the outcome other than it's going to be overtime. Toby, you've announced a lot of overtime games this season.
Yes, sir, I have. We've had a lot of overtimes, especially in the 20 goals. And then, for the most part, the first 26 goal was pretty consistent on at least being overtime or being only, 1 or 2 goals separating the two teams. And then we had some blowouts here in the open. But for the most part, it was a lot of fun this season to announce.
And you just kind of walked in here and picked up a microphone and said, what the heck? And you've done a super job, I have to tell you. I've been to most of the games you've done, and you kind of grew into this thing, and you're really doing a good job.
Well, thank you very much. That's a very nice thing for you to say. It's all because of Jimmy Newman, who gave me the opportunity to do it. I never thought I could, and then I came down here and I found out that, it's a lot of fun, and what better thing? I always talk a lot of smack anyway, so now they give me a microphone and pay me to do it,
You're getting paid to talk smack, easy, right?
Yes, sir.
What are you going to sell your horses now? What do you plan on?
No, sir. I'm going to keep playing. I'm going to keep on playing. I'm going to go up and probably play in Wyoming this summer, and then maybe in Aiken in the fall, and see where it goes from there.
Well, good luck to you. It's great to see you can ride the horse and talk in the microphone both. When you get my age, you got something to fall back on.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity.
Toby Wayman, ladies and gentlemen, who's done a super job out here at the International Polo Club as their backfield announcer. If you're wanted, this is the man who wants you more than anybody else. America's Most Wanted. What a great success story you've had with the TV show, huh?
Well, we've been on 25 years, and we've caught 1,200 guys, the worst of the worst in 35 countries. And we've brought home 60 missing children, which is the real joy of doing this show. But we've had great success. Yep.
We had a chance to talk a couple of years ago at the Open. You were here, and you had just finished your interview with President Obama, and that was quite impressive. And then you went through that whole TV's restructuring itself, trying to find out where they're going, and you still land on your feet.
Well, we had an offer from Lifetime, and now I'm on Lifetime on Friday nights. It's been wonderful. We've increased their ratings by 100%. We've caught 14 guys in the last 3 weeks. Usually I would average 1 or 2 guys a week. But with Lifetime, they re-air the show, something that Fox never did. So we're having really phenomenal success on Lifetime.
John, what's your prediction about where TV's going here? Because the internet has become so successful, and we're live now covering this polo game, which we never thought even 2 years ago we'd be able to do that. Where do you think this is all going to end up television-wise?
Well, if you're as old as I am, you would have never envisioned the 700-channel universe, and now there's live streaming of events on the internet. The internet has been wonderful for America's Most Wanted. We've caught 40 guys off the internet in the last 2 years. This enables me to catch people in other countries because it's a global society. So there's some dangerous parts of the internet, but it is the worldwide information superhighway, and it's a boon for sports like polo, for average people to see how exciting and tough this game is. It's a way for me to catch bad guys, and but I tell people all the time, be careful on the internet because it's the private hunting ground of the bad guys.
Yeah, good advice. You have any time with a career to get on a horse and hit the ball around still?
Well, I still play. I have a team, Shamrock, and we just won the Gulfstream Delegates Cup in the 8-goal, which was a real challenge because I get to play with my 17-year-old son. So this is a sport where you get to play, you know, with your kids. And, you know, I'm a senior citizen, but I've always loved polo. I love horses. And here today we're at beautiful IPC seeing the best polo players in the world in a tie match in a sudden death. And Sunday we get to see the two best teams in the world play. So this is, I love polo. It's like ice hockey on horseback, isn't it? I say it's the most expensive way to get hurt really badly. But it's a real challenge, and it's a real pleasure for me to play with my son. Polo really is a everybody's sport, and it's a family sport too.
John, thank you for keeping after the bad guys.
Oh, I'm still getting them. I believe you can run, but you can't hide.
There you go. Thank you. John Walsh, who has a very successful show, and we appreciate him stopping by here. We're waiting for the overtime to start up here. Nobody wants to go on the record as to who's going to win, but it's been a super, super match, no doubt about that.
Raining today. Oh, rain. It's gorgeous. Yes, that's a really nice place. Remo. Hello, Rose. How are you? Capri. Oh, beautiful. The color of the water is epic. That's when the artists, all the artists are painting in Capri. Those racks, Ferragamo racks, the artists are painting those racks, and they always appear in everything. They're beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, mostly dirty. With George Alexander from the USPA. George, you're in town. Got a lot of meetings going on. Polo is just growing by leaps and bounds.
Right. There's plenty of polo down here, that's for sure.
How you been doing on the polo? You playing any?
Oh, a little bit. I'm pretty much done now, but we still play a little bit in Sarasota through the winter.
Well, over time, you've done an awful lot for polo, and we just wanted to get you on TV here to thank you in person for everything you've done, because you've had an amazing career on the horse and off the horse both.
Well, it's been a lot of fun. It's been a good run. Thank you.
Thank you, George. Take care. Take care. George Alexander, a USPA member who's done a lot of work over the past. That would be the best guess. Great game.
overtime.
Sorry, bro.
No, no problem.
8-8 the score. First team to score wins. Anybody's game. And Valiente go to the finals. Can Lechuza go back to the finals? First one there. Polito Pitta sends it downfield. Sapo Cassette's got the ball. He backs it in the air. Sapo to Obregon. Obregon shot off a pony but downfield. Polito Pitta backs it against the boards coming in. Nacho Lechuza. He started down. He holds on to it. Miguel moves in for the pass. Nacho Lechuza, he's hooked on the play by Neto, but he picks it up again this time on the near side. Nacho sends it goalward. Nacho follows the bouncing ball. Nacho miscues. Obregon is there. The ball rolls over the back line. Lechuza will have possession of the ball with the knock-in. While Lechuza's knock-in. Juan Martin Neto takes the ball across the goal face. Neto taps it again. Neto gives it a big hit. Well downfield almost to the center line. Obregon picks it up, picks up a nice drive. Obregon running it down towards goal.